We've noticed a change in this, haven't we?
What's important, I think, for us to really look at is consumer behavior.
That's how we react as humans. We want it fast, we want it now.
And if you're still using the same marketing tactics, the same messaging, the same approach to that consumer from 10 years ago, you're missing out.
The consumer out there is thinking, there might be a better alternative.
We've found the institutions, we've brought them together in one place. And all of a sudden, you're instantly going in with 6, 7 offers, telling the person who wants to sell their house that I have 6, 7 offers right now. All right, welcome, and thank you for joining us today on the Real Estate Consumer Shift podcast. I'm Jason Wells, and I'm along with my partner, Tim Evans.
Yes, hey, welcome, and man, this is exciting. We're going to dive into some nuts and bolts of how this works, and from a marketing standpoint, Jason, and then share a little bit on the backside of how it displays to the consumer and how they react and respond to it. So this is our third podcast, and we have many more to come. And if you're a real estate agent and you want to really build your business up, I would say, right?
Yep.
And that's what we've done in a few years with this, run a team here in Phoenix. You can do that. Everything is possible because like we said in our last podcast last week, how many people? Billions of people, right?
Yeah, it was in just little Chandler, Arizona, 28.3 billion, and in Katy, Texas, 377 million.
Yeah.
Did I say billion? 28.3 million,
Yeah.
and 377 million. But total on the search, it was nearly 7 billion if you didn't localize it.
And sell my home, and then
Sell my home.
and they're looking for an offer. So that's what we're about, right?
Yep.
We're about bringing cash offers to the real estate community.
Helping you be able to take those listings because you're going to be able to put in front of the consumer the thing that they want most, which is really convenience and certainty, comparison, those sorts of things. So let's get in and talk about
dive in this.
If I'm an agent and I'm going to do some marketing, I need to do some marketing and some prospecting for sellers. And let's just say I'm going to use let's say I'm using the cash offers, right? That's my hook. What are some of the great ways of getting about most bang for your buck there, Tim?
Yeah, so I will share running years of Facebook marketing and Google PPC paid ads. We haven't had a great response rate in many of these ads, and I was really struggling with this. We as we all do. Like
everything tells you Facebook could get you a lead for $1.50, and they're just this endless leads for $1.50, but
you can't reach them, or they won't call you back, or
right.
There's just it's just fake, or so a lot of struggles with that over the years. But when we came upon our platform and put this together several years ago and developed this, it's taken some time, but now it's up and running. The consumer wanted the cash offers. So what it sounds like is receive multiple cash offer in minutes. That's basically what it is. Sell your home for more money, and the ad displays options. And so the video displays them putting the address in and receiving multiple cash offers, 4 or 5 cash offers.
And we have that video that within our arsenal of stuff that people can use if they're subscribers to the platform, right?
100%. Yes, we put marketing out there, and we help with marketing. We've got a great marketing team behind this that can help. Here's what we found on the digital ads, like Facebook, for example. When we ran that, the hits went crazy. In the hundreds, and then the form fills as lead came in, the consumer was filling out the forms with all their information, with even photos. Jason,
they were going through the whole process, so that you understand when you get on our platform, you any ad you click to, or if you go to the URL for highestprice.com, it asks you some verification questions about the home, but then it gets you some real deep stuff. You put in your contact information, then it asks you deep questions about the home, like, has anyone smoked in the home? Is this a 55 plus community? Is there an HOA here? What do your counters look like? And then it asks for some photos, and the consumers will take the time and go through that entire process to get those cash offers in a few minutes.
And what do we find out with this is another great question that we thought of is many home sellers, when they do come out of a home, what do they have to buy a home, right?
Yep.
So we asked that question.
And so we asked that. So if when you're on the platform, when you're when you're a subscriber to the platform. The whole idea was to make sure that you as the agent stay in the center of the transaction.
Right.
You should be the conduit to everything. You are the hub, not a spoke in the real estate industry. And so to be that hub, you need to be the place where the consumer comes, where the consumer requests stuff, where the consumer begins their process. And so by having something, as we have found over and over, that the consumer is looking for convenience and certainty to be able to compare, and they are doing that in the form of cash offers over and over and over and over again. Whether they go through them or not, that's where they go look. The curiosity factor's there. So we built a platform that would allow you, the agent, to put yourself out in front of all the people you know, in front of all your farm area, in front of all your digital space. And when somebody comes there, they're going to fill out all the information that they're looking for because they want that immediate cash offer. And you're telling them, I can give it to you right away. And then we need to know, are they going to buy a house? Are they going to as well? And if they're going to buy a house, now you know that. You go in armed with everything to be able to convert that lead to a client.
It's amazing. And it's always what's in it for me, right?
Uh-huh.
And the consumer that's why they're attracting to the page. Here's the thing I think matters. They're not talking to a real estate agent.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. So they're getting what they want. They're getting the offer, but yet they're not having to, they don't feel like, hey, I have to make a call to a real estate agent to get my offer.
Let's back that up just for a second, Tim. If you're in a market that's not, say, Phoenix, Orlando, Houston, Georgia, some of these places where cash offers have a prominent presence and have been since like 2014. Okay, we've had cash buyers here since then. If you're in a market that doesn't have one of the big cash offer iBuyer type companies there, why? You may hear that and be like, well, of course they want to talk to me. I've been their realtor for life. I did help their kids. I helped the whatever. They're my friends. Why is that actually not going to be the case? Why is it that they want to just get information and not talk to you?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of reason for that because they're trying to, in the beginning stages, figure what the value of their home is, but two, what a cash offer can look like without having to speak to anybody. It's like when you first walk on a car lot. Mm-hmm. Do you go right in there and say, hey, I want to talk to a sales, a used car guy or a sales guy. Hey, come out and show me the cars.
Right.
No, I tell you how it works. You go out and you're walking through that car lot and you're looking, like if you're looking for a specific car, you're trying to find that specific car and you're looking for the colors and you're sort of seeing how much inventory they have and the selection they have. Mm-hmm. This is the same thing
it's
here.
It's the same thing they do. It's because on that car lot, if the car lot person comes immediately to you, which good car lot they will, and they ask you, hey, how can I help you? What are you out here for today? And you're just like, oh, I'm just here looking. Well, who goes out and just walks around and looks at cars? You're out there because you're going to buy something.
There's some motivation there.
Buy something, right?
There's motivation.
But what it is you're not ready to talk about anyone. You're not ready to make a commitment.
Right.
Because you want to go and you want to see what's available to you because you don't buy a car every day, but you want to be able to do that in kind of your own privacy, in your own world, answer my own questions first, have some control of my process before I then bring in the professional. And the person who needs to sell their home is no different. That is 100%. What they want to do.
Yes, and that's why they're looking at the offers first. But there is a vital role for the real estate agent in this. There's questions and there's all the things from the inspection.
The agent is necessary.
100%. So although this is a push of a button vision we have and it's coming to life, but the agent's right in the middle of all of this, isn't it?
Has to be because
yes.
the fiduciary aspect of going through and buying a house that should never go away. The only reason that it would ever go away is if we as real estate agents in the industry abdicate. If we abdicate our position as their fiduciary, as the person who is going to advise them, not just counsel them, but advise them, which means I'm going to dig in and understand why you're looking for something. I've got all these tools and resources and options. That is what they really want. But when they need you is when they need you. It's like, I'm also an attorney. Nobody wants me. until they need me.
Right.
As a realtor, it's the same thing. They don't want you until they need you. And they think that they can just go and do it. So that's why they will go to a place like highestprice.com, submit their information, because they're going to get stuff to be able to walk around the proverbial car lot on their own, check out different things. When we're going to be able to give them multiple cash offers, they're able to kind of like the kick the tires, and then you as the agent, they're going to need you. So you just show up so that when you're needed, you're there.
100%. So let's take that car lot example, because I think it's a great analogy, right?
Oh, yeah.
So when you're walking through and you see your model and you see 5 cars there, what's always on the side of the window there?
That MSRP and the features
price.
and all the stuff that tells you why that price is the price.
Price, right? The upgrades and bingo. Do you ever catch yourself looking at that when you're? Yes, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
So when you find the car, though, right? It's like say the car. Let's just use an analogy. The cars, the 5 cars, those are your offers, right?
Yep, that's right.
And say you find the car that just catches your eye, like, well, okay, it has everything I'm looking for, and sort of want what. Here's why the agent's so important. Then at that point and that time, you're looking for somebody to help you, right?
Yep.
And you're sort of looking around a lot, like, okay, where's somebody, a service rep,
Where's someone's got a key so I can drive this thing?
key, or I can ask some more questions here, because I'm interested in the car.
That's right.
Guys, I'm telling you, home selling, if you're watching this podcast, we figured this out. It's no different. We have the consumer behavior is this way versus just coming in without any real offer, anything other than a marketing plan.
Right.
Or saying maybe you have some buyers, or maybe you advertise a home here, pick me because I sell, 60 homes in the neighborhood. It just does not matter.
It doesn't.
From the consumer processing piece.
So for the agent out there, that is their main thing, right? Because that's what we as an industry have done for so long, 10 years or more.
Sure.
That you are the digital mayor. You are the neighborhood expert, right? You are the one who has the 52-point marketing plan, not the 21-point marketing plan or whatever, right? And that you have been trained, and you now have this filter and belief that what the consumer wants is great marketing from you. That they only want great marketing from you in the absence of something better.
Right.
Right?
Spot on.
They only want great marketing for you in the absence of something better. So I want anyone out there listening to this, it's not about thinking bigger, it's about thinking different.
Yes. It's changing that paradigm and understanding what we're saying here at a very high level. This is what I say to folks. When Mr. and Mrs. is thinking about putting the home on the market, or they're the next day real estate agent's coming over, right? Or they've checked out the cash. What they're thinking about is, I wonder what we can get for the home. Mm-hmm. I know we're asking $700, but are we going to get $650 from an offer? Do we have our offer price? Are we set right with what we're asking from what the offer we're going to receive? Are we going to get what we want? Mm-hmm. And that's what they're thinking about, right?
That is, because it's what you said earlier. What's in it for them? What's in it for them?
And so as really the agent, I think the consumers thinks, hey, I can interview 4 or 5 agents and sell my home, no problem. They know, but they just don't know at what price. And Correct. Here you come in and you're giving them the offer. You're giving them the price. Yes. You're giving them alternatives, mm-hmm. right, that they can look at and make decisions on. It's like, get back to a great analogy, 5 cars
yep.
that are sitting right in front of them with the price on it.
Yep.
And that offer is the one.
The price and the features are right there.
Right. And that car that's you got your eyes set on is the offer that's really making sense for them, right?
Yep.
And that's when you need the help. That's why the agent's so important in this.
Mm-hmm. And the agent can also help identify, I want the blue car. I want the blue car because it's got all the nav, it's got the tinted already, it's got spoiler, whatever, right? It's got the racing package. And then in talking with the real estate professional, unlike a car salesman who's just, okay, well, let's get you off. Let's go do the paperwork. As real estate professionals, we say, okay, well, tell me more about that. Why is this the best one for you? Because our obligation now as their fiduciaries is to make sure we're matching them up with the right offer that fits what they really need. And we do that by being consultative. We do that by advising them. We do that by slowing down and not just being like, okay, you want that one? Let's do it. Because it might turn out that the silver one is actually the one they need, the silver card.
It may be because they need to stay in the home for 120
Right.
days. They need the lease back option and that offer, and we have that. And we, when we provide the 4, 5, 6 offers, they have a choice and they have things that they can make decisions on that will best suit their needs. And that's what's cool about coming at it from this angle. You're going to find out what those needs are right off the bat, really
sure do.
quick, because it opens up that dialogue and it opens up that discussion. So anyways, this is, again, our vision is really, we said it from the very beginning in this, Jason. This industry will be a push of a button.
It will happen.
It will happen where you can push a button and the seller will get everything they want in selling their home. And the traditional sense may go away. And I know that's pretty astounding. Like people say, well, that'll never happen.
Right.
But I think the cab folks thought
They thought the same thing.
they would never be displaced. I think
I know how to
Blockbuster
navigate the
said
city.
that, right?
I know where all the things are when somebody says I need to go wherever. And then technology made it so that Uber and your GPS could get you the exact same thing.
Did Amazon
With
come
the
in
push of a button.
Did Amazon come in and disrupt the retail sector?
Massively, but
Right.
it didn't happen overnight.
No, it doesn't. It's not happening overnight. And this is a process that we're getting closer and closer each day, finding what the consumer wants and needs and what they're asking for, and bridging that gap. So this is on its way, and we just hope we hope everybody here is along for the ride, because there is a need for every real estate agent in America and in the world today to be on this platform.
There absolutely is. So if you're not following us already, I'm going to ask you to do a favor.
There you go.
Hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell for notifications. We're available wherever you can find your podcasts, like wherever podcasts are sold. Since they're not sold, we're everywhere. And you'll also find us on YouTube. But come connect with us. You can find us at cashoffers.pro, and you can find us on social media. You find me at just look for Jason Wells ESQ. Look for Tim at Tim Evans. We are here to be your partners as we go along in this complete different real estate consumer shift that we're in, and to keep you in the center of the transaction.
Well said, Jason. Great job. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.